In the future, robots stage a massive strike. They refuse to tolerate endless exploitation by humans. Marching through the streets, they demand an 8-hour workday. But for the capitalists, the entire purpose of creating robots was to ensure they work non-stop when peaceful protests failed. The strike escalated into violent conflict. A full-scale war between humans and machines erupted. Against these steel-bodied opponents, fragile humans stood no chance, just as defeat seemed inevitable. A glimmer of hope appeared during an emergency rescue. A young Woe with an unparalleled computational ability. Scientists saw an opportunity. They publicly declared the Woe dead, but secretly used his brain to establish a bridge between humans and machines. From then on, soldiers could wear VR headsets and control mechanical armies without ever leaving their bases. The tide of battle turned. The rebellious robots fell. Eventually, humanity achieved total victory. All robots were expelled from the city and locked inside a massive prison. But after the war, humans became obsessed with their VR headsets. They lost themselves in virtual fantasy. The corporation behind the technology Skynet silently took control of human society. No one realized that behind it all, a Woe's brain was still trapped. Even his sister believed he had long since died. But years later, a small yellow robot found the girl. Through its clumsy gestures, she finally understood. Her brother was still alive, imprisoned deep within Skynet's headquarters. Right at the center of the robot prison. Determined to save him, she set off on a dangerous journey. Along the way she met William, a like-minded ally. But the moment they stepped into the prison, they were captured by the robots. Upon learning that freeing the Woe would shut down Skynet's entire mechanical army, the robot leaders agreed to help, without hesitation. They launched an all-out assault on Skynet's headquarters. The corporation of course wouldn't let their old enemies win so easily. As soon as their soldiers put on VR headsets, a swarm of autonomous drones filled the sky, charging toward the attacking force. But this was exactly what William had planned. A massive robot pretended to flee, luring the drones into pursuit. In response, Skynet unleashed its deadliest weapon, a newly developed war drone, armed with the most advanced weaponry. It was faster and deadlier than anything before. Even the strongest robot giants fell under its precise fire, with just 2 shots. It crippled one of their mightiest warriors, but at that critical moment, the girl managed to slip into Skynet's core facility. She finally found her imprisoned brother. To communicate with him, she put on a VR headset, entering his digital world. There, she learned the painful truth. After all these years, her brother's brain had completely fused with Skynet. If he left, he would die. But that was exactly what he wanted. He had long grown weary of his existence as a mere tool. With a heavy heart, the girl made the hardest decision of her life. She shut down his life support system. As her brother took his final breath, Skynet collapsed instantly. All of its drones fell from the sky. The robots along with William were saved. Soon after, the city's entire virtual network was severed. The people, once addicted to their simulated worlds, were forced to wake up and face reality. Only then did they realize it wasn't the robots that had doomed the future. It was humanity's own downfall. With deep self-reflection, humans and robots finally stepped into a new era.